What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome to Not Your Status Quo. Today, we will be doing a What's Next for the Bad Batch. Okay, so in this episode, we get to see the return of Fennec Shand, who was played by Ming-Na Wen in The Mandalorian, and she returns in this role to lend her voice acting. And I don't know about you, but I think Ming-Na Wen is a fantastic actress, and she does a great job in any of these roles that we've seen in Star Wars or really Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think she's primo talent. Anyway, she is back, but who is she hired by, and what is she doing there? Obviously, there's going to be nothing that happens to her in this series. That in which case that she dies, because we know the Mandalorian happens 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So it'll be nice to see her story develop. Let's see which way it goes.
So things are lining up almost exactly as we thought they would. Tech's working on kind of fixing the chip to probably get everyone together. Record seems like his chip is either about to go off or it's malfunctioning, so they're going to have to help him. And we saw Fennec Shand on their trail. So we know, if we learned anything from The Mandalorian, it's when they put a bounty on somebody, all the bounty hunters get it. So I don't think she's the only one after them. And eventually, it's going to lead to Crosshair getting on their tail in a confrontation between Crosshair and his new squad and the Bad Batch. And I'm personally hoping that it ends up with them capturing Crosshair and Tech able to fix his chip to get the gang back together.
Putting the band back together.
I think that'd be a good way to end season 1, leading into season 2. So that's a little down the line.
I don't know if anybody else has noticed this parallel between turning the galaxy over to the Empire and a lot of things that the U.S. has done in a long time, like the chain codes that they're making everybody get for the Empire. It's kind of a throwback to like Social Security numbers way back in the early days, like turning over all of your credits to receive Imperial credits, like losing the gold standard in the U.S. I don't know if that's a parallel that just popped up in my head. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying, are they trying to draw reference to something? I don't know.
Then we got all the stuff going on with Kamino. It does to me seem like they're almost trying to build, to steal a term from the MCU, a super soldier. They got the Bad Batch, which doesn't seem to be so much of a mistake anymore. They are trying to create enhanced clones, which is going to be the next level of what Kamino sells. And has anyone else noticed that Kamino has been figuring into a lot of, Filoni's shows? The Mandalorian, they had the Kamino emblem on the one doctor who was working on Grogu. And now Kamino is playing a big role in the Bad Batch. Is this setting them up down the line to either creating their own army and trying to get a corner of the universe to themselves, or maybe helping out a big bad down the road? Maybe they're going to be helping Thrawn. Maybe Thrawn's going to have these enhanced clones working for him, once he finally shows his head, whether in the Ahsoka show, The Mandalorian, or the Book of Boba Fett. Hopefully we see him sooner than later. And I got a feeling he's going to have some of these assets from Kamino on his side.
So not a lot happened on this episode. I wouldn't call it a filler episode, however, because it is laying the groundwork for things that can happen in the future. And it's a great starting point for Fennec Shand. I don't know if they could ever go back any farther than they are right now with her, but what would be the point? Just starting her right now is a good job. And we're learning about her, and she does have, she didn't just go right ahead and kill the kid. She tried to bond with Omega, and I don't know if it's just from deception, but I don't feel like that's what's happening. I feel like she's got genuine feelings, of being a nice person. But she knows that she's, at the same time, she's still got a job to do, and she's going to do it. And that's what she does with the rest of the team, the rest of the Bad Batch. She just takes it to them to get what she needs. But she, has no intention of killing the kid as part of the bounty, bringing her back. But I still don't think she would be okay with it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too far into it. What do you guys think?
I think it is just you, Dave. I was watching this and I just thought that she was trying to get her trust and get her to come with her to make it easier to get her off planet. So she didn't have to grab her with her kicking and screaming. She wanted to gain her trust only to get her back to the people who put the bounty on her. You know, I don't think Fennec Shan is someone who really cares too much about other people, in the sense that if they can't help her, she doesn't really care. But I definitely could be wrong. And we'll see it play out on, this season of The Bad Batch.
So that's what we think is next, coming up next on The Bad Batch. What do you think? We'd love to hear about it in your comments below. And we'll see you next time on Not Your Status Quo.